snake soup in Guangdong, scorpions on a stick in Beijing, duck tongue, chicken feet, pig ear salad. To outsiders, it can look like China will eat literally anything. But that's not chaos. It's the result of history, geography, and a food philosophy most of the world doesn't share. For most of Chinese history, food security wasn't guaranteed. Famine hit repeatedly: droughts, floods, war, and most severely the famine of the late 1950s and early 1960s, one of the deadliest in modern history. When you've lived through generations where food scarcity was a real threat, wasting anything edible stops being an option. That mindset didn't disappear when things got better. It became baked into the culture. Organs, feet, cartilage, blood, parts that get thrown away in a lot of Western kitchens, became ingredients with their own names, techniques, and signature dishes. It's not about eating everything, it's about not wasting anything. China is roughly the size of the entire continent of Europe. That means the food isn't one cuisine, it's dozens, shaped by wildly different climates and ecosystems. The north is colder and drier. Wheat, lamb, and preserved meats dominate. But the south, provinces like Guangdong and Guangxi, has a subtropical climate, rivers, wetlands, and coastline. That geography supports an enormous range of edible wildlife, which is why southern Chinese cuisine has historically included things like snake, civet, and a wide variety of seafood and freshwater catch that just don't exist as options up north. So when people say China eats everything, what they're usually reacting to is southern Chinese food culture specifically, not the whole country. In a lot of Western cooking, meat quietly means muscle, a steak, a breast, a fillet. In Chinese cooking, that's just one part of the animal. Pig's feet get braised for hours. Duck blood becomes a silky ingredient in hot pot. Chicken feet, tripe, and intestines all have dedicated preparations refined over centuries. This isn't a shortage mentality anymore. It's genuinely considered good cooking. Texture matters as much as flavor in Chinese cuisine, and organs and cartilage bring textures muscle meat simply can't. There's also a deeper layer here: traditional Chinese medicine. Many ingredients are chosen not just for taste, but for believed health properties. Warming foods for cold weather, cooling foods for summer. Specific animals believed to support specific organs. That's a genuinely different starting philosophy than most Western food cultures, where the main questions are usually just taste and nutrition. In China, food and medicine have historically overlapped. It's also worth saying clearly, after the COVID-19 pandemic, China banned the trade and consumption of many wild animal species in 2020, specifically to reduce disease risk from wildlife markets. So the eat anything stereotype is increasingly outdated. Regulation has tightened a lot in just the last few years. So it's not that China eats everything. It's a cuisine shaped by real scarcity, huge geography, a nose-to-tail philosophy, and a totally different relationship between food and health. That's not strange, that's just a different way of thinking about what food even is.